Today is Friday, July 23rd, and as of today, we are 1 week plus 1 day out. And today I basically just maxed out my snatch and clean and jerk, and I also did some jerk pause dips, similar to Wednesday. Yeah, I think I did them Wednesday. Basically maxed out. Both went pretty well, snatch and clean and jerk. Snatches definitely went a little better than clean and jerks, but honestly, both are still a little inconsistent with weights pretty far below. Well, not far below, but weights below like what I'm capable of and like my top end, I guess. But with these snatches, I hit 100, which matches my PR, and I attempted 225 for like 3 tries after that, but I did not end up getting it. I think I'm definitely capable of 225. It's just wasn't in the cards today. But I was happy with a 100 kilo snatch, I can't complain. And then clean and jerks, I ended up actually PRing, just a small little baby PR of 5 pounds on the clean and jerk, 270. And I guess I've never jerked above 265, so that was just a jerk PR completely. And then as for the clean, I've actually never cleaned anything from the ground more than 265, so it's a PR there too. Although I have hang cleaned, I think 285 in the past. But again, like it always has been, the jerk has always been the limiting factor. I'm definitely capable of cleaning more. It's just that combined with the jerk, I'm still not really close to what I think I'm capable of in terms of the clean. But in any case, starting with these snatches, warm-ups felt pretty solid. For all of the snatches and the clean and jerks, I made sure to take about 3 minutes in between each warm-up. And yeah, as I was going through it, I was sort of telling myself in my head that this session is probably the closest to what the meet might be, at least when I was warming up. When I was warming up, I was just imagining myself warming up for my opener at the meet. And I think based off of today, I'll probably open with my snatch at the lowest, 85. 85 is about... what is 85? Oh, 187. And the sort of, I guess, parallel to that in pounds is 190. And here I actually missed 175, which was I was kind of annoyed by. But I basically just pulled under, I sort of dove under a little too quick and had too much space. But anyways, yeah, so 190, I feel like, is a weight that I am very, very confident in and consistently hit. And so I think because my goal is to just put up a total, i.e. not bomb out, and given how inconsistent I can be, 85 is probably a safe place to open. So I hit 190, I hit 200, and then this part was kind of annoying too, because like 205 should be a weight that I should be relatively consistent with, but I missed it twice until I got it on my third try right here. And I think the second miss was an overcorrection of the first miss. But in any case, I was able to clean up for 205. But I just need to, given that I only have 3 attempts at the meet, I just have to become a little bit more consistent in correcting any errors that come up. And then after I made that 205, it was kind of crazy. I was kind of just sort of in the zone. I hit 205, 210, 215, and then 220 all consecutively. Although one thing I've noticed from watching all of these, I didn't really notice it as I was lifting, but my right knee caves in quite a bit. So does my left, but I think my right is more pronounced, and I think it probably has something to do with the way I place place my feet back down after they come up, but that's probably not helping me out here. Another thing that I did it sort of right there, is like when I get tight to get into my start position, I'll find that itself will make the bar sort of float off the ground. And once I sort of feel that, I'm like, oh shit, and then I put the bar back down and then I start. But yeah, that's probably not helping me out much either. So it's just something that I have to sort of address. I feel like if I do feel it come off the ground from getting tight, I feel like I just have to like ride that and go versus like putting it back down. But yeah, I mean, in any case, the 175 miss was annoying. The 205 misses, both of them were pretty annoying. Like if something like that happens, then I would just not be able to move on from past there because I only have 3 attempts. And so, yeah, like even though I ended up making 210, 215, and 220 consecutively all after that, it wouldn't have mattered if I had, missed twice after making one. So just something to think about, I guess. And also just makes sense to like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Like, I am going in with the expectation that because something like that is very likely to happen, I will very, very likely not hit any lifts past my current PRs. I mean, I don't know. That's the sort of expectation that I'm going in with, and it's something that I'm like fine with because I'm just sort of excited about the idea of going to a meet and having that experience and just having a good time lifting. But I mean, that's not to say that it's not going to happen. Like I could just be on a roll and just be completely in the zone and end up like just becoming really consistent on that day or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so moved on to clean and jerks, and then this was a terrible jerk. Well, I guess terrible in the sense that I caught it with very soft arms. And so it was definitely, I think it was a press out, but I don't know. And then, yeah, 245 should be easy, but I miss it because of all the same problem that's been happening where I send it forward from my hips shifting, which is kind of annoying because my plan is to open like at 115 or something like that, and this is less than that, so I don't know. But anyways, in any case, yeah, the jerk that immediately followed was probably the best jerk that I did today. But yeah, and then 255, so this would ideally be my opener, which I didn't miss, which is good. But yeah, hopefully this is my opener. I'm not sure, honestly. But yeah, I make it, and it's like fine. And then 265, really annoying. This one was annoying. So I caught it. Wait, was it this one? I don't remember if it was this one or the next one. Oh no, it was this one. Yeah. I caught the clean way back further than I normally do, and it was pressing down on my clavicle, and then I sort of did the bounce / re-rack thing, but the bar ended up in the same place in the same place where it was on the clean, which basically took away the whole point of the re-rack and bounce, and it ended up doing the occlusion of the windpipe thing. And then the second one, yeah, I was pretty upset just because of how much it shot forward with my hips. And then 265, I ended up on my third try getting it, thankfully. It was a little press outy, but I think it probably would have been fine in competition. And then I was going to stay here and just go do it again, but then I was like, fuck it, if I add 5 pounds, it probably won't make that big of a difference. And so put 270 in the bar, and then I ended up making it, which is pretty cool, and made for the PR. This one was also a little press outy, but I'll call it a training make. And then, yeah, my clumsy ass. Yeah, and then Yeah, so all of the problems with my jerk really just stem from like my poor dip and my poor drive. It's not that I don't have the requisite strength in the drive. It's just that the strength is misdirected and puts me in a position that is very, very hard for me to successfully be able to have the bar overhead. And so with these jerk pause dips, the goal is to sort of solidify the up and down dip and drive. But I think these are really going to help, and they did help. But by really going to help, I mean like moving forward and addressing and fixing this problem. And yeah, like there were a lot of reps here where, this this one, it's kind of dumb. I did this stupid thing. I'm just going to call it the windpipe thing, even though it's not really because of the windpipe being pressed down. I'm just going to call it the windpipe thing. But that happened just from setting up poorly, which is kind of stupid. But in any case, there are a lot of reps here where, one, these reps were a lot more consistent than I last did them. And two, there were definitely reps where I felt how like solid they were in contrast to some of the poor dip and drives of my poor jerks. And there's like a very clear difference in terms of the way it feels when you do it right and when you do it wrong. And so I think just being able to feel the difference there is important in like trying to find the position that like or having a position to look for, I guess, and knowing what that position feels like. Finished off with those jerk pause dips, and then just did some pull-ups and abs. All in all, one, I'm happy that I PR'd on my clean and jerk, and I'm happy that I matched my PR on the snatch. Just hoping I can make things maybe a little bit more consistent through this last week before the meet. But, the goal is to put up a total. And so if I can do that, I'll be happy. So we'll see how it goes. But that's about it.